Hey there, welcome back. I am Ramona. This is the Smell of Logic channel. We are reading Reddit stories today, like we do every day. But this is how do you specifically make your life more fun? I thought this might be a little interesting, something different. So some of these we're going to skip over because they're a little naughty. But here we go. Ready? Let's just run through these. There's a lot of short replies, so it's going to be pretty quick. Ready? Hobbies. Normally have a couple going. I like to learn new stuff, particularly through trial and error. Set short-term goals, then reward myself when this goal is met. Pet all the dogs, with consent. Having events to look forward to, planning trips away, whether they be in my own country or out of it. I actually find living on a tight budget quite exciting. You get to make choices like, should I eat this month or pay the rent? Travel. Lots and lots of travel. Cross-country road trips, camping, and a nice supply of weed. Join a casual biking group. Solo road trips. They are the absolute best. Just me, my car, a loose itinerary, an audiobook I've been dying to dive into, and the open road. It is heaven on earth. Nobody cares about how many miles I actually make that day, whether I need to pee every 30 minutes or not, or 5 hours. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop when things look cool, and last-minute hotel rates are always a steal, so I can sleep when I'm tired with no predetermined goalposts I have to meet. I've done Chicago to Maine and asked through New England for the fall foliage of one of these trips. Many times I've done the loop around Olympic, Pennsylvania. I've done Chicago to Los Angeles to Seattle, and now I'm finally living in the PNW, so I'm doing smaller day trips lately to places like Portland and Rainier. But I've got my eyes on Montana and Glacier National Park this summer, maybe even Yellowstone. The most freeing thing I ever did for myself was stop waiting for plans to come up together with others or to have fun trips and realizing that I'm totally capable of having amazing life experiences all by myself. Most answers are varied here, but they all have common themes. Find something you enjoy. If you don't know what you enjoy, try to find something fun by looking into something you want to do. I like poker, gaming, beers, and friends. My wife likes walks, jigsaws, and board games. We're all different. Find your thing, and if you have the time, and depending on your hobby, money, just indulge in it whenever you can. I like to play guitar and messing around in a garage band. There's nothing in this world greater for me or my little heart than creating music. Surrounding yourself with people who care. Never take anything too seriously. By doing things I enjoy as often as I can. Go ride a dirt bike. THC gummies. Cough syrup. Change my attitude toward a shitty situation. I drink as much coffee as possible at fancy coffee shops. See, I need to go make some coffee right now. I really do. Motorcycles. Mini motorcycles. And friends with motorcycles. Give myself things to look forward to. I have 4 cats, play video games, and go longboarding when the weather permits. Hike with my wife, and I like to go camping. Randomly smile at strangers every chance you get. Choose to be happy. What I used to do every day was go for a walk, normally a sunset walk. Even if I spent the entire day indoors, slaving away, doing work or schoolwork, after I ate a yummy dinner, I'd go for a sunset walk for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then just melt all of the troubles of the day away. I found it fun to walk to different places and admire the sunset, changing light, and cute neighborhoods in my area. Also made me look and feel better. Exercise, crochet, and mini road trips with my family. My kids are toddlers, but they love museums. They both love watching me crochet, especially my son. He asks me what every project I start is going to be, and recently helped me pick yarn to make his little long-distance bestie a blanket. The exercise just gets the blood flowing in all the right ways. It makes me feel good in all aspects. Whether it's a walk, a run, or weights, it leaves me feeling content and prideful. Need money, you fund it. I enjoy exploring new interests. For instance, right now, I'm totally into painting, and I've been taking lessons for quite a while. But I have found teachers in far-flung places that offer workshops on new techniques, so I plan a trip, stay in a rustic cabin, and take art classes there. I also love yoga retreats, and recently somebody said that they took a trip to Iceland just to stay in a cabin and read and enjoy the beautiful scenery. That is so up my alley. I'd love to do some gentle hikes, but I don't want to have to live up to anybody else's rigorous schedule or disappoint someone by not doing a 40-kilometer bicycle trip. A 5K, one along the river, followed by coffee and a cake in a cafe, then back to my cabin to read. Sounds perfect to me. Always investing time to find new music to listen to. Plan it out. I recently made a checklist of all the things that bring me joy, and I put it on a checklist I start each day on my phone. More of those things I do in a day, the more satisfied I am with my existence. Sometimes I will do these things for only 10 minutes. Sometimes I get into the groove and have more time to spare. Your list will most likely be different from mine, but I will give you an example of what is on mine. My showing up for myself checklist. Violin practice, walk, stretch, craft, diamond painting, workout, journal, shower, garden, play video games or board games, Duolingo, and read. It's actually a pretty good list. Not too hard. Boyfriend and I just had a Nerf gun fight and thoroughly confused the cat. Just live your life. Other people's lives are not yours. How are they going to know how much fun you're having? Anything that breaks the daily routine but doesn't do harm. Hookers. Listen to good music, specifically not on pop culture. Got divorced. Hobbies, socializing, and fun. Drugs. Anything from coffee to weed, as long as it affects my mood even a little bit, I'm using it. Except for street drugs, where there's a potential of straight-up flatlining from a speck of fentanyl residue, because playing with fire is fun when you're not actively throwing lighter fluid on yourself. Learning how to make yourself laugh. Seriously, it really is the littlest things. But I learned I'm really funny, to myself that is, but I'll completely turn the moment around for me. Nervous before a job interview? Notice that the building has no windows and make a joke that work like that would be like in a prison or something to that effect. Laugh. Remember a funny conversation you had while waiting in line. Laugh. It sounds so stupid, but eventually you'll find yourself smiling more, and the jokes do get better after a while, I swear. I got the family a Jack Russell puppy. Only as long as you can take care of it. Do not take on a pet unless you are willing to give it time, love, attention, and realize that they cost a lot. Just saying. Reading Reddit is one of my tips, but initially joined positive community only. Start surfing. Someone asked, well, you guys are having fun? That would be my response. I read about what really random things I can do spontaneously. Call out trivia when there are awkward silences, like, did you know dandelions sleep at night to preserve their energy? I have a couple of hobbies that I can commit a considerable amount of time to. I find it rewarding to be constantly tangibly improving in something. Also, I love the pride of being able to say, I made this. When you allow yourself to be a beginner at something, you can reward yourself immensely later on. Tune out negativity. Yes, I still pay attention to the news, but microdose, and walk away from it, and then turn it off when I can. I tell my friends I can only handle minimal stress and tell them that I have to tune out a topic that is too negative. It helps to smile when you are telling your friends that you are tuning out. Stop taking everything so seriously. Stop caring what other people think about you, and speak up when something is bothering you, or even if it means cutting someone down the line, or keeping it clearly professional, depending on the situation. Don't be afraid to love what you love, and to be silly. Grow a plant or a tree, or even start a garden. For instance, it can be as simple as getting a pot and planting some lettuce seedlings for fresh salad. I started a food garden when we didn't have TV, and it's given me a lot of joy and great food. Regardless of whether it's food or decorative flowers, it's a chance to disconnect from the day-to-day, including technology, and just have a little connection with nature. Pleasing others, making them laugh. Maybe they'll return the favor. It's rarely that what you do, more of who you do it with. A cleaning routine that frees up your weekend. Shopping. I developed a terrible laugh that makes me laugh even more when I hear myself. So yeah, it's difficult to stop. It's so much fun. Candidly talk to strangers more. Say yes to more. I spend as much time as I can with my granddaughter. She's 2 and is my entire world. Plan more non-refundable trips. Literally, get out of bed, hop in the car, drive with no directions for a few hours, GPS home. Found some sweet spots like this, and generally it's just an amazing experience. Bonus if you have a girlfriend, and get head while going there. The single most important thing for happiness and fun experiences I discovered so far is a classic. Life begins when your comfort zone ends. Whenever you feel like life's got a little dull because I'm mostly doing the same thing day in and day out, I come up with something that's way outside my comfort zone and it works every time. Doesn't even matter if it's good or a bad experience, as long as you're nervous, it has its benefits. One time I felt like I needed a change and I decided I want to go skydiving. So I also felt like I'm too fat for skydiving. So from November to spring, I trained like a maniac and ate good stuff, and I was in my best form of my life, talking to my best buddy into skydiving, and that was what I meant. As a one-time experience, turned out to be a decade-long hobby. We traveled to Portugal, the Netherlands, Spain, Dubai, just to go skydiving in winter. The last time I felt like I was getting dull, I was living in a big house all by myself, and the Ukraine war started. Got involved in support, like organizing transports with goods and stuff, which I thought was leaving my comfort zone. But then I got in contact with various people who offered shelter for refugees, and they told me what a great experience it is, and how nice and thankful the people were. Me, being a loner, thought about it for a while, and with a mix of anxiety and euphoria, it hit me, and I just signed up for one of those pages to provide shelter. A few weeks later, a young mom with her daughter arrived and flipped my life upside down. This was a wild experience and changed me for good. So yeah, basically doing anything exciting or dumb shit. That's my recommendation. Love yourself and find the humor in the bad moments whenever possible. Every time a scam caller asks for you by name, I tell them, sorry, they died. Go out with friends who are willing to throw darts. It's fun. Have goofy friends. Cut toxic people out of your life. Delve into what you enjoy with no intent on having it be productive or become excellent at it, and don't force yourself to maintain interest if you want to move on. Find little sensory experiences you like. I love having tea and have various teacups and my favorite little spoons and my nice little teapot. I sit at the table and just quietly enjoy my tea while reading or writing. I try to create an environment filled with objects and experiences that are generally satisfying. I also love to go to my friend's house and hang out with her on the couch with her and her baby and just shoot the shit. I am a person who is a bit of a homebody, and I find a lot of joy in small experiences, so my idea of fun might be a bit more subdued and easier to accomplish. Finding a fun cloud, making... I'm not going to do this one. Forget that one. Jazz hands. Lots of jazz hands. I keep an ongoing list of places I want to go. Restaurants, museums, conservatories, etc. And I go out with my daughter and grandkids every Friday. I sing little songs to my dogs, making up the words and including their names. I do that too. I do that with my cats as well. And we're going to go with this very last one. Ready? This is the best advice I think anyone can ever give you. Stay away from people. So there you go. There is your list of how do you specifically make your life a little more fun. If you have some suggestions or just regular comments, leave them down there in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please leave a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel or share it with someone. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and we will talk to you later. Go check out some more videos. There's plenty here on the channel. Not all of them are as upbeat as this. Some of them are a little scary or weird or depressing, but there's a little bit for everyone. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, thanks again, and we'll talk to you later.